So it's opening day at the Big E. Gates open for the first time in more than a year just this morning since being canceled last year due to the pandemic. Thanks for joining us, everyone, on this Friday afternoon. I'm in studio, and I'm Chris Pisano.
And I'm Jordan Jagalenzer. Chris, a lot of excitement here at the fair. As you mentioned, it was canceled last year due to the pandemic, so a lot of anticipation waiting this year. And Western Mass News is back in our studios. If you have been here before, you know that we're located right by the State Building, so make sure you come and say hi to us tonight. We'll be here until around 6:30. But Western Mass News is getting answers because it's a little bit different this year. There is a mask mandate that went into place today, and Western Mass News reporter Briseida Landaverde is getting answers on security at the fair. She's also here at the fairgrounds and joins us now live with more. Briseida?
Yeah, well, Jordan, as you and Chris just mentioned, there's definitely a lot of excitement here, and we spoke to many people who traveled from all across New England, including Connecticut, New Hampshire, Vermont, who were just so happy to be back. Now, despite this, when we arrived this morning, there was almost no traffic, which is a huge difference from previous years. In 2019, there was over 73,000 people on opening day. Now, we spoke to the public director of safety, and he says that there was a soft open today, but he expects larger crowds to show up all throughout the weekend.
Memorial Ave in West Springfield is normally filled with cars bumper to bumper trying to enter the Big E. However, that was not the case on Friday for the fair's opening day. Cliff Hedges, the director of public safety for the Eastern States Exposition, tells Western Mass News he expects more people will come within the next few days.
Up definitely this weekend.
But a slower pace in traffic didn't stop local homeowners right off Memorial Ave from charging for parking on their property. Julie Hack, a Westfield resident who was excited to be back at the fair this year, says she paid $10 for parking on York Street.
Typically it's $5, so we were actually talking about how it did go up a little bit, but I think that's understandable because these folks missed out on a year's worth of revenue.
And there's some big changes this year at the fair amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Masks are required within all indoor buildings. Mac says she is in favor of following the rules if it means getting a chance to enjoy all her fair favorites once again.
If that's what they're telling me to do, I'm willing to do it if it means that we can still get to see and do the things that we like to do here.
But not all fairgoers support the mask mandate enforced by the town of West Springfield this week.
Mandates are not the law. They're not the law, and they really shouldn't be telling you what to put on your body. Breathe some air. Breathe fresh air. That's all I got to say.
Muriel Mazin, a Connecticut resident, says she saw many people indoors without face coverings.
Just so you know, they're not being enforced. There's just signs at the door, but half the people inside the buildings aren't wearing them.
We checked for ourselves, and we found about a dozen of unmasked people within one building. Hedges says he has had many conversations with building staff members, and ultimately, he doesn't want to see anyone get into a confrontation over a mask.
I don't want to see any of them put themselves in jeopardy over a mask. So it's really kind of self-policing by the public. It's something we've been doing for 2 years.
As for overall security at the Big E, he says if anyone encounters a problem, there are several law enforcement agencies present, including the West Springfield Police Department.
We have EMS, the fire department. We have MEMA, who is on site as well. We have the Massachusetts State Police here doing some stuff behind the scenes.
And Hedges says in total there are over 30 metal detectors here at the Big E, and everyone must pass through one before entering. Now, coming up at 6, we hear from fair officials on how they are preparing for the Machine Gun Kelly concert, and everyone is just so excited. So you'll also get a chance to hear from concert goers. For now, I'm live in West Springfield here in the fairgrounds, and Jordan, I'll send it back to you.